Welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm the blogger behind brighterdarling.com. Today we're doing one of my favorite kinds of videos. It's a foundation wear test. This one also happens to be a first impression. I haven't used this one at all yet, but we are going to be trying out the new Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation. I have a deluxe sample of this from Sephora, which is awesome that I'm filming this right now because if you're not aware, Sephora is having their employee, I don't know what it is. Customer appreciation sale it's called, but basically if you are a VIB Rouge, you're getting 20% off everything in store through September 3rd. If you're a regular VIB, you're getting 15% off through September 3rd, and then if you're a Beauty Insider, you're getting 10% off through September 3rd. Rouge can shop right now. The rest of the Beauty Insiders and VIBs are able to start shopping, I believe, on the 30th. So if this is a foundation that seems to work well for me, you might want to pick this up because it's a great time to get it on sale. So anyway, to give you a gist of my skin type, if you've never watched my videos before, I used to be very, very oily. If you watch some of my earlier foundation videos, I am currently almost 8 months pregnant, and since I've been pregnant, my skin has changed. I'm a little more normal combination now, so less oily than I used to be. And the way I do my foundation reviews is I kind of do a split face in the way that one side I use a brush and one side I use a sponge, one side I use primer and one side I don't. So if you're interested in seeing how this Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin Foundation wears on my skin all day, then just continue watching. Okay. Before we get into the application, I wanted to give you guys a little gist on this formula. So I talk about it in the application, but I'm reading this straight off of Sephora so you guys are aware. This is categorized as medium to full coverage foundation with a matte finish. It's a liquid and it's best suited. They make sure that you know that this is a foundation best suited for those with more normal combination and oily skin. Sephora says dry. The bottle says no. The bottle says suitable for combination to oily skin. So don't listen to Sephora because I definitely wouldn't recommend putting a very matte foundation on dry skin. What Sephora does say is that it's a creamy blendable texture that doesn't allow any shine to break through, never cakes, flakes, or fades. Skin should appear natural and vibrant throughout the day. It is a matte liquid foundation for a generation who understands their skin's needs and demands high performance from the products. It retails for $38 and you get 1.10 ounce, which is pretty standard. Let me see how many shades there are. Seems to be, Makeup Forever is notoriously known for having a nice expansive shade range, but let's see what we got here. We got 40 shades, so excellent. With that being said, let's get into the application, shall we? Let's do it. And today it's a great day to test this foundation because obviously I have some little friends here today on my upper lip. This is straight hormones, pregnancy style. So I'm actually gonna put my little headband on here because my hair is for sure in the way. And I'm going to put, as I have been doing in the most recent videos, using the Ren Perfect Canvas silicone-free primer on one side of my face. And I'm just going to put a couple drops and put it on this side. Obviously my brows are done and my eyes are done, but the skin is not. Okay, kind of just let that set down. We'll do this side first. I'm gonna put the brush on this side, use a sponge on this side. So anyway, I have shade Y315. I think this is a pretty good match for me. So we'll see. It's a nice generous sample. Like this will definitely give me at least a week's worth of wear. I'm gonna just shake it up and I'm gonna apply it to this side of my face. I have no idea how much is too much. It feels like a cream, like not very liquidy, not moussey either, just, I don't know, like cream. So I'm gonna kind of just do this much. Let's put it on my nice friend here, who's actually like done. He's just healing, but he looks extra angry. So all right, I'm gonna use my damp beauty sponge on this side And this is for sure full coverage. Wow. This reminds me a lot of the Estee Lauder Double Wear with the finish and the coverage right now. But Estee Lauder Double Wear is more of a liquid when you apply it, less creamy. So we'll see. But as you can tell, the shade range is pretty, the shade option that I have is good for me. That was Y315, right? I think it is. Yeah, 315. So it blends out pretty okay. I mean, if you've watched my videos, you guys know sponges are not my favorite way to apply foundation, but I do it for the YouTube community so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like. So I'm gonna actually try to build it up a little more. I would say this is definitely medium to full coverage, exactly as they describe. And yeah. Okay. It seems nice and forgiving on top of my little blemish there too. So far, this is not bad. Now, I mentioned this on Twitter. Makeup Forever Regular, the HD foundation, I get along with. It doesn't really bother my skin. It's not my favorite foundation, but I've used it a lot and it's been fine. But their former, I don't know if Sephora stocks this anymore, I didn't see it, but on Makeup Forever's website they have it, the Matte Velvet Plus, I think it was called. The coverage was full coverage, but it was very drying on my skin and broke me out very badly with like cystic acne. So I hope this doesn't. It doesn't have any like scent that I see either, or smell. Okay, so it builds a little bit. It's not too much, like not too heavy. It looks exactly how, like, it still looks really natural. So it's just matte. All right, let's do this side of my face with the brush, since that's my preferred method, and see how it goes. So I'm just using this clean Sephora foundation brush and buffing it in. I swear. And I hate using sponges because they just are not my preferred method. Brushes are almost always the way to go. I rarely prefer foundation with my beauty blender. It just goes so much faster. So, blending this out. I still prefer the brush simply because it's faster and I feel like I get more coverage quicker. But again, just for the sake of the video, I do want to layer it up a little bit and see how it builds up. But yeah, this is way more coverage with the brush. Oh my god, it almost feels like I'm applying like concealer instead of foundation with the brush. Which for some people, they might totally love that, especially if you have problematic skin. This looks really good right now. I'm very happy with this. I love good foundation. Okay, so it is currently 12:06. I'm just gonna finish the rest of my face and I'll pop back on to give you guys like a little final update before we go throughout the day to see how it kind of wore with the other makeup, and yeah, so just give me a minute. Okay, so I'm back with the rest of my face done. I'll go through what I used in case you guys are curious. So to conceal under my eyes, I used the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in Golden Beige today. Then I set under the eyes with the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, a go-to for many people. I did a very light setting of the rest of my face because I know some people want me to do that and then some people don't like when I set the rest of my face, but so this is just the Tarte Confidence Creamy Powder Foundation in Light Medium Neutral. Again, I just did a very light amount on the rest of the face. Then I bronzed and blushed with this by Terry Savannah Love palette that is in my Project Pan that I'm trying to get through this year. And then I highlighted with the Becca Opal highlighter, again another item for my Project Pan I'm trying to get rid of. I will link that or tag it somewhere here if you guys want to see where my Project Pan status is. And then on the lips, I did a combination of two of the new Too Faced melted metallic liquefied lipsticks in Our Lips Are Sealed and Pillow Talk. So I did Our Lips Are Sealed first and then Pillow Talk, and that's what you see on my lips. So the foundation worked really well underneath all of these powder products on my face. I had absolutely no issues. I think you guys can see, again, I'm sorry if this isn't close enough for you, but this is as close as my lens will take me. It looks pretty flawless. Like, from what I'm seeing in my viewfinder and what I'm seeing in my camera, I mean my mirror right in front of me, it looks pretty similar. What you're seeing here to me is what I'm seeing as well, which looks really nice. It's definitely a medium full coverage, pretty full at this point the way I built it up, and it looks natural. Like, it doesn't look heavy or cakey on the face. It just looks like I'm wearing makeup, but it's not like a thick layer at all. So far I'm really impressed. We'll see how the rest of the day goes. I have some errands to run, but I'm also doing like a breastfeeding class tonight, so it'll be a late night for us, so we'll get to see really how long it wears. My last check-in will probably be around 10, maybe even 11 p.m. So that should be almost 12 hours of wear, so we'll see how it goes. All right, everybody, here is our check-in at 4:30 p.m. Just been doing a little blogging and catching up on some admin stuff on the blog. But let's just take a look here. So I just looked in my regular mirror in my bathroom. I don't want to give a glare on the camera. And everything still pretty much looks exactly as it did when we applied it 4.5 hours ago. So I have not much to report, to be totally honest. If I had to be critical, the side without primer on that I used the sponge is getting, I can see that there's probably going to be some oil breakthrough in a little while, but not much at all. If ever, to be honest, because I mean, unless I wore this 24 hours, I don't know. And then this side with the brush and the primer is still extremely matte and looks really nice. So my two little lovely friends on my upper lip are doing fine. I don't see anything breaking down there, and no settling into any fine lines that I could really see too much yet either. So we're in a good place. So I will just check in with you guys at the final check-in. All right, here is the final check-in. It is 10:36 p.m. So that means this foundation has been on for like what, 9.5 hours, 10.5 hours, something like that. We put it on at 12 o'clock. So anyways, let's take a peek. I just finished my workout because we got back from the class at like 9:30 p.m. and then I just had to get it in. So anyway, okay, can you guys tell on camera that like there's weird patching on my forehead? It's odd because my forehead isn't oily at all, but it's kind of weirdly patched off. That's so weird. It almost looks like I rubbed my face, but I haven't. Anyway, that's one thing I'm noticing. The second thing I'm noticing is it's completely worn off on the tip of my nose, which honestly could be me rubbing my nose, but like it looks more noticeable to me than from other foundations that I usually wear. And as far as the oil's breaking through on my nose as usual. So again, I think I did this in the last foundation video I did. If you just were to just kind of do one of these and smooth it out around that area, it's completely gone. And actually it covers up the spot of my nose that had no makeup. So you can still see like my bronzer and my blush. So that's always a good sign because the foundation is obviously sticking to the skin, which is helping the other powder products stick to the skin. And my lovely friends on my upper lip are still fairly well covered. I can't really say many bad things about this foundation. I think if you had even more oily skin than I do, like the way I used to have it, if you go back to the Fenty foundation review, it's like the first one I ever did, so pardon the lighting and the sound, but I was an oily mess back then. So you'll see, like, I know how oily skin can be, and I really feel like this would be a great one to try if you are fairly oily. I can't really say it's settled into any fine lines or wrinkles either, so if you're just somebody who has like normal, even normal combination or normal dry, not dry, but just normal, a little bit dry combination, I think you might like this for maybe like special occasions or something that you want something matte that will photograph really nice and then last a really long time. Overall, I think if you have normal, combination, oily, or normal, slightly dry skin, you can totally pull this off. I think those of you with normal to oily skin are gonna like it a lot, especially if you like medium to full coverage matte finish. So I think this is a good one, guys. I give it a thumbs up. If you have any other foundations you want me to test, I do have 2 more on deck. We'll get to those soon, but please leave them in the comments below so I can continue to do these because I love foundations and I love doing foundation wear tests. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.